The following story is based on actual events. So when I first started playing Valorant, I was a gold player. I started gold 1, and then one day, I made a post on Reddit looking for a coach. Then a stranger came along, responded to the post, and his name was Snoopy. He had me watch his gameplay, explaining to me why he did things and how he did things, and I learned a lot from watching him play. And then I slowly started to rank up. Now I'm Immortal 3, and next act, me and my teammate agreed that we'd hit Radiant together. And I think we can. So if you learned anything from this video, it's that you learned a lot from watching other people play the game, talk about the game, and even watch coaches coach other people and apply those concepts to your own gameplay. That's how I got better. And today, we'll be going over a coaching session that King and I did for one of our community members. I promise that there's lots you guys can learn from this session as well. So let's get started. Before we do though, remember, this full hour-long coaching session, along with our post-game discussion, where King and I teach Strike how to carry his games harder, is all available on the website. So if you're really looking for the fastest way to climb, be sure to check that out. Link in the description below. Now, to start, I want you guys to tell me, have you ever seen a Viper do a lineup like this?
Neutralized.
One CT.
Technically, it's a 2v3 right now.
Poison orb emitting.
Mowing default.
One
I
enemy
love that.
remaining.
Default mowing.
No way. Now, while this lineup is really cool, I don't think it's the right play all of the time. While it worked here, it probably won't in the future. Notice how Viper's team is down a man, and Reyna is trying to find a fight to even the odds. She gets 2 kills somehow, and our Viper's Molly kills the guy that's on the bomb. The more ideal play would be to stay, fight with your Reyna, and you can Molly the bomb from lamps and have the same effect. And this is the issue with a lot of lower ranked players. They're more fascinated by these elaborate lineups that they forget how to play the game sometimes. A little sneak peek into one of our later videos in the future, I do a coaching session where I coach an entire team, and in the pregame lobby, all of them were talking about these lineups that they created in these custom games, and they all ranged between from silver and gold. I'll touch on this more in the future, so in the meantime, here's another round, but from defense. Our Viper is now mollying from across the map, and it's landing on the default plant spot. Now, while this might be helpful in a few situations, this is really just a gimmick. Jet wasn't even able to follow up off it this round, even though our Viper told her what it was and when it was coming. Now, instead of mollying like that, she could have instead saved it for later, and maybe used it to clear out a cubby, like bench or pocket, stop a push from showers. I don't know, but I'm just thinking about how much time our Viper spent in custom games to learn these. That time could have been used to practice your mechanics, VOD review, study the game, watch a pro, learn the metas for each map. Now, in case you do want to learn how to actually play the game, and instead of for lineups, we have other guides on SkillCapped.com that'll improve other aspects of your game, and then you can carry your games. Or if you want your VOD reviewed by one of us, and possibly featured in one of our videos in the future, we can do that too. Or maybe you're just interested in understanding defaults better, or mastering your newest agent of choice. We can help you with all of that too. So what are you waiting for? If you're looking for the fastest way to improve to Valorant, be sure to check out SkillCapped.com, link in the description below. Now, if you want to rank up, you have to play to improve. And what do I mean by that? Well, in a professional environment, you usually never see Vipers or important agents getting aggressive and playing for kills. But when you're low diamond or below, you can carry yourself out of any rank. Really. Honestly, you can even carry yourself out of Immortal as well, with mechanics alone. Here's what I mean. So for most of these rounds, our Viper just throws up her wall, sits behind it, and then mollies when the enemy team tries to come out. Here, listen to what King said.
You can utilize this in some sort of way, like get a duelist in here and you can like bait for them, or like trying to abuse these little cubbies that you're making with your wall, I think would really benefit you, or even just holding it, you know?
What we mean by this is that she can be aggressive with her walls. For example, I've seen Vipers use her smokes to peek around, isolate 1v1s, and kill some people. Or they'll use their wall to create cubbies that the enemy team wouldn't expect you to be in. Granted, you can't do this every round, but by making these plays, you give yourself a chance to improve your mechanics and top frag your games as a controller. But like I said, be careful you aren't throwing your games. These plays are meant to take people by surprise, so I wouldn't do these more than like 3 to 4 times a half at most. And speaking of playing aggressively, what people don't realize is that with agents like Viper or Cypher or Sage, there are ways for you to play aggressive and try to take map control. What I see too often in lower ranks is that players are simply too scared, or they don't know how to take map control. Watch how our Viper was taking showers, then listen to what we told her. Fight you want to take.
Toxin screen down.
So like if you're running up and you think somebody's gonna be holding this angle, you don't even have to peek that angle, you just molly it. Okay, don't do what I just did.
Nah, I think I got it.
You molly it off the wall, you get what I'm saying. And then
Yeah,
it lands
I
in that
get it.
spot where they would be, and then you can hit them. So they can't peek you in, and then you just take showers. With each of the agents I listed, you can molly, slow, or even cage to get yourself in an advantageous position to take map control. And when all your duelists are playing too scared, or your team needs to create pressure to bait a rotate or something, these are things that you need to do. Yes, you're not a duelist, but on attack, somebody needs to take a risk or take initiative. So don't be afraid. This is also how you get better mechanically. Don't worry about the scoreboard, the rank, or any of that. You're playing to improve, not playing not to lose. So sometimes not only do you have to take map control on your own, but sometimes you're going to have to play for yourself. We see your comments, and we know that your teammates aren't always cooperating with you. So that's why you have to learn to play for yourself. Our Viper is definitely a team player. He's using his mic, walling for his team, mollying, and just doing whatever he can for them. But none of them are talking to him. If this happens, then you're kind of hopeless. Especially on a character like Viper, she can't do a whole lot by herself. At least you would think. Have a listen to what I told our Viper what to do when playing for herself. All right, let me see where it lands.
Poison
Pop it.
orb emitting.
Okay,
Toxins
so
going
this
up.
one's a little flawed because they can still see past it. You know what I'm saying? They can still hold this angle and they can punish you if you're gonna walk up in this. You know what I'm saying? So you hop in this corner, pull out your smoke. You see the little left click and right click icons that appear above?
Yeah.
Okay, you see like the curvy arrow, then the super curvy arrow?
Yep.
Okay, so you want to get this super curvy arrow and put it in the middle of this box. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. So I just need to aim a little higher then.
So
Instead
does that
of
make sense?
diving.
Clawing at our wall.
Yeah.
And then
Pathetic.
you jump throw. And then that lands in a spot where if you have that wall up,
So it's just
let me throw it
aim,
up
just
real quick.
aim a little higher with the, that's it.
Yeah, super curvy arrow in that box. That's the way I look at it.
Poison orb emitting.
Yeah, there you go. And then with the wall, like nobody's ever gonna hold short if you have it like this. So this allows you to do swoop peeks, like Casey was talking about. Viper smoke works like when you drop it, you have like I think like I don't know how many milliseconds, but you have an advantage peeking.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
you have an advantage peeking through the smoke, and you can kill a guy,
Didn't
or
they
you can like
fix
you
swoop
slowly.
peeking, though? Kind of.
They said they did, but they didn't.
Oh.
They said-
Well, regardless, it's still a good peak to take, right? So like even if it didn't exist, the enemy still like they don't know what part of the smoke you're gonna come out of. So this gives you like technically an even 1v1 because this is a 1v1 that you usually want to take. Or if you bring your buddies with you, you bring like a buddy with you. You guys can both go through it, and then you get the trade on the guy, and then you have U-Haul control for free, and your smokes are still up. So the enemies are like, oh my god, this Viper's still in her. She's in U-Haul. She's in U-Haul. You know. So that's really annoying. Sometimes making plays and using your utility for yourself is your only option. This requires you to be able to be flexible in your playstyles and how you use your utility. And when your duelists aren't making plays, sometimes it's just better to do it yourself.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
This was all just one in-depth guide that we have on our website though. Also, like I said, if you want a chance at having your VOD reviewed, be sure to subscribe on our website at SkillCapped.com. We also have tons of Radiant Smurf commentaries where we have Radiant players walk you through exactly how to play in any situation at any rank. And they're just super helpful to see in real time what goes through a top tier player's head. Like I said, it's also backed by our rank improvement guarantee, and the reason we do that is because you're just that confident that our service works. And if it doesn't work, then you shouldn't pay. So what are you waiting for? You got none to lose. Head on over to SkillCapped.com and get started on your way to that rank that you deserve. So hopefully you guys have a better understanding as to how you can sort of play for yourself, stop the gimmicks, and focus on what you really need to do to get better. Don't get me wrong, lineups are fun and they allow you to play in creative ways that no one has thought of before, but you can't put that over learning good fundamentals. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel down below. It really does help us out. And that's all for us. I'm Teets, and we here at SkillCapped want to thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.